In today's video, I'll show you how to make adorable Peeps Bunny Felt Ornaments that are nearly 8 inches tall. These ornaments are perfect for filling large gaps in your Easter tree, and you can make them in any color you like, all in just a few simple steps.
Welcome, my pretties, to the Awfully Sweet channel.
I started this project by drawing and printing the Peeps Bunny on cardstock paper. You can grab this free template from my Facebook page. The link is in the description box. Using scissors, I cut around the bunny shape. I then place it on a cutting mat to remove the eyes and nose. I make small incisions on each circle with a craft knife before trimming out the circles with small scissors. Next, I lay the paper bunny on a piece of felt. I'm using a bright orange here, but feel free to choose any color you love. With a regular black pen, I trace the bunny shape twice. I then cut the felt just inside the pen line to ensure no ink remains visible. I'm using brown dimensional fabric paint that I transferred into a small squeeze bottle to draw the face. This allows me to draw fine lines and work with more precision. I place the paper stencil on top of one felt bunny and trace the eyes and nose. I apologize that this part isn't very visible on camera, but I gently go back and forth with the paint bottle to outline the circles. I carefully remove the stencil and fill in each circle with the same slow, careful motion. Again, I am so sorry that you can't really see me paint. At least it turned out super cute. I'm using DMC Embroidery Floss in white, brown 435 and orange 741 to make the hanging loop. For each color, I cut a 7.5-inch piece. I tied the 3 strands together at one hand, tape it to my work surface, and place a heavy object on top to keep it steady. I then braid the strands together. For every bunny color I make, I always use white to represent the marshmallow center and brown to match the facial features. The third color always matches the color of the bunny. So white, brown, pink for a pink bunny, white, brown, yellow for a yellow one, and so on. Once I reach the end of the braid, I finish it off with another knot. The hanging loop is now ready to be securely attached to the ornament. I trim both ends of the braid if I find them too long or uneven. I then cut a small rectangle from the leftover felt scraps, the ones we had when cutting out the bunny shapes earlier. The felt bunny without a face will serve as the back of the ornament. I fold the braided loop in half and center it between the 2 ears, making sure both knots are even and close to the edge of the felt. I apply a generous amount of hot glue to the small felt rectangle and press it down firmly over the 2 knots to secure the loop in place. For assembling the bunny, I use the same orange DMC embroidery floss, color 741. To measure the right amount, I wrap the floss around the bunny shape 3 times. I got lucky this time. It's an almost perfect match. I tie 2 knots at one hand and thread the floss into a needle using a needle threader. I place the needle almost at the midpoint, leaving enough floss at the end to work comfortably. I adjust the length as I go. I align both felt pieces and begin stitching with a blanket stitch starting from the bottom right side. If you're not familiar with blanket stitch, I have a real-time tutorial that walks you through it step by step. Feel free to check it out. When I reach the hanging loop, I make sure to stitch as close as possible to both knots on either side. I continue blanket stitching around about 3/4 of the bunny. Once the ears and face are stitched closed, I begin stuffing the ornament with polyester stuffing. I start by filling the ears using a sculpting tool to push the stuffing into the corners. You could also use a pencil if you want. Then I move on to the face, making sure it's well stuffed and evenly shaped, pushing the filling to the sides. After that, I fill the bottom portion while continuing to stitch the remaining opening. I alternate between stitching and adding more stuffing until I reach the end. To finish, I tie a knot and pass the needle out through the back of the bunny, pulling the thread taut so the knot is hidden inside. Finally, I use a pair of tweezers to carefully remove any small bits of stuffing poking out from the seams, especially near the final stitches. This small step makes a big difference in giving the ornament a clean, polished look. And this completes the Peeps Bunny Felt Ornament. It's now ready to be hung on your Easter tree. I hope that you liked this tutorial and that you feel inspired to make your own. If you made it this far and enjoy seasonal DIYs, please be sweet and leave me a little treat by clicking on my pumpkin pail to subscribe to the Awfully Sweet channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to know when a new video comes up. There is always enough room on my broom for another crafty ghoul. Thank you for keeping me company. Have a fabulous day. Bye.